Hi everybody. I want to talk today about things to do to prevent and recover from colds and flus. Basically, there's a new cycle of flu virus every 6 to 8 weeks, and I'm a great believer in prevention. Bree didn't even have a cold the last 5+ years of her life, so we did it all through food and healthy tools. And these are also things that will shorten the duration. So number one on the list is zinc. Okay? I get this from a company called VIMERGY. It's USDA organic. And I'm going to just go with my notes here to give you some idea. It's the most important mineral for the health of our immune system and overall health, zinc. It can take 2 years to get your zinc levels up. We're almost all deficient in it because the soils are deficient, and our entire immune system relies on zinc. So zinc will weaken the flu virus and make it less aggressive and more docile. So zinc is critical for cold-like symptoms and flus, and is really an essential supplement year-round. This one's nice because I'm thinking of tube-fed kids and stuff, because it comes like this, tincture, in the tincture type bottle. So this is a really nice zinc, but if you can't get it, just know zinc is really, really important. It is critical for your liver health, your autoimmune, acne, adrenals, arthritis, cancer, eczema, brain fog, fatigue, mood, high blood pressure, inflammation, on and on, MS, lupus, Lyme. And there's, if you have a cold, there's something called, according to Michael William, called the zinc shock therapy. So at the first signs, you take 2 dropperfuls, and then every 3 hours for the first 2 days, during your waking hours, of course, you're not going to get up in the middle of the night, you would do that. So zinc, number one, very important. Then my favorite, everybody jokes with me when they say, someone asks me for information, they start saying cat's claw. So they're starting, but this, I wouldn't think of even going anywhere without cat's claw. I actually take a bottle in my bag to work every day, because if someone comes in with a cold or something, I can take a half dropper full. If I'm at the end of the day of work and feeling, 10 hours a day is basically what I do. And during that time, I do 5 miles and 14 to 19 floors. So it's like I'm at the gym and I'm at work at the same time. So at the end of that day, if I'm feeling, not necessarily is it cold, I'll just take a half dropper or 2 of those before I go to sleep at night, just to cover myself. Cat's claw is amazing. I've heard some people go, oh, cat's claw. Cat's claw is awesome. I wouldn't think of not having it in my medicine cabinet. And you want to make sure it's the alcohol-free cat's claw. This is gluten-free and alcohol-free. Because if it has alcohol in it, you're not going to get the benefits. It negates the benefits of cat's claw. Why it's called cat's claw is the thorns on the plant look like a cat's claw. Cat's claw is antiviral and antibacterial. And remember, antibiotics don't work for viral, and most everything is a viral base. It's good for preventing and recovering from flus, any chronic illness or symptom, and for keeping the immune system strong. You name it, Lyme disease, lupus, IBS, on and on. I just am a great believer in having cat's claw around, and a good quality cat's claw. This company also makes a cat's claw, just so you know. I've been very happy. Just make sure it's alcohol free. I've been very happy with the Nature's Answer one. Cat's claw, yeah, I'm getting some of this on my hands as I go. What's interesting is it contains a bioactive pharma compound that supersedes synthetic pharmaceuticals. And what's unique about it is that the pathogens, such as bacteria, cannot become resistant to it. Antibiotics can become resistant. Cat's claw cannot. So, you know, it fights viruses, bacteria, and also parasites. Small intestinal, SIBO, sinus pain and congestion. I was having a little sinus the other night, and woke up fine. Took my cat's claw, woke up fine. So, cat's claw is just awesome. I mean, the information on it can go on and on. It's really great. So please, besides anything here, please always have this in your medicine cabinet. Alcohol-free one. It's excellent. Now I want to talk about lemon balm. Lemon balm is antiviral. Okay, it can be taken. Remember, you can have lemon balm tea. This is alcohol-free. It's anti-parasitic, antiviral, antibacterial. So great for fighting flu year-round. It's also great for tonsillitis. It also conserves the vitamin B12 in your body. So it makes sure that your stores are kept of vitamin B, and it keeps it from the body from using up all its B12. So you can also get this as a tea. So lemon balm, something to have around. Then ester C. Difference between ester C. It's essential, first of all, vitamin C we all know is good. Vitamin C is essential for your good health. It's just for your health, for your survival. Vitamin C is really important. Like, how the sailors, they were called limeys because what they were missing, scurvy. They got scurvy because they were missing vitamin C, which is in limes and lemons. It's anti-inflammatory, helps our white blood count by strengthening so many different like macrophages and basophils in our body. So it's just generally boosts our immune system against viruses, bacteria, yeast, and mold. So the difference with the ester C is, first of all, it's less non-acidic because vitamin C can be acidic. And the form of vitamin C in ester C is a calcium ascorbate. While most vitamin C's are made with ascorbic acid, which can be hard on the stomach. Ester C is non-acidic and is therefore easier on the stomach. It also remains in your body for a full 24 hours. So it's taken up by the white blood cells much more readily than the regular vitamin C, so that's why ester C. And next, very important, B12. B12 from the same company. This one is the same company as this one. B12, there are 4 different types of B12. So it's really important to get a B12. This B12 has the methylcobalamin in it. It's hard to pronounce. And it also has the androsidecobalamin in it. So those are the 2 ideally you want forms of B12. The one that starts with C, cyanidethylcobalamin, you don't want. It's not an absorbable B12. Mostly, I think out there, I get this from this company too, and I'm looking for where I work to get a combination of the M and the A1 form. B12 helps the nervous system and adrenals withstand the onset of the flu bug or any other pathogen. It supports the nervous system and adrenals. So something to, even though if you get a blood test and it says you're fine with your vitamin B12, because most people are deficient, just like magnesium, that doesn't mean it's an absorbable B12 that you have in your system. So it could be the cyanidecobalamin that you have. And I'm probably not pronouncing that right. So our bodies rely on B12 for tens of thousands of functions, and therefore you need the right kind to help fight illness and have recovery. The B12 is just because most of it aches and pains. When people come in with aches and pains, B12 and magnesium is sort of the way I send them. It is an invaluable support for neurological conditions. So I'm thinking of our special needs kids, our neurological conditions. Also, twitching. So seizures, twitching, MS, bipolar, Parkinson's, anxiety, so important. It's instrumental in all of the liver's over 2,000 functions and protects against the viral and neurotoxic damage. It is critical for gene mutation. So, the liver is so important, and with medications are so toxic to the liver. So B12 supports the liver. It's so important. So, I'm going, and at the end, what are the most important, we'll see. Next is cucumber juice. And, actually, I think I'll go to spirulina first. And ideally, you want a spirulina from Hawaii. Spirulina is an incredible multivitamin, and it stops viral and bacterial growth inside the liver and revitalizes all the organs of the body. It's an immune booster, and it'll take heavy metals out of our body. In my heavy metal detox green smoothie, spirulina is in it. Something you could just add, a great combination is, say, a half teaspoon to a teaspoon of spirulina in coconut water. That's a great drink to think about. And now cucumber juice. And here we got a couple of cucumbers. You have to make it yourself from scratch. You juice it. Just wash the cucumbers, cut it up, and put it through the juicer. And it will take down fevers. So like your kiddies having fever, instead of taking like a pharmaceutical, try cucumber juice. Cucumber juice will bring down a fever in children and adults and reduce the duration of a fever. And so you make it yourself. You drink 8 to 16 ounces a day, which is basically 2 cucumbers. It is the best rejuvenation tonic in the world, as it is highly alkalizing and hydrating. So you're having a fever, you need to hydrate. And also, if you're sick of any kind, you're too acid. Your body's too acid. So what cucumbers do is they alkaline your body, so that's what you need, and they hydrate you, and you need the fluids. So really good things there. It's rich in vitamin A, C, and K, magnesium, potassium. It has the ability to cleanse and detox the entire body and also help alleviate digestive problems. So things like heartburn, indigestion, things like that. Electrolytes. It has beneficial electrolytes. Coconut water also has beneficial. So you name it, lupus, MS, neurological disorders, again. So those are very important. But what I've got to add here, there's a couple I don't have here. What I've got to add here is vitamin D3. I take it all year round. Most everybody is low on vitamin D3, and that's so important during the cold season. Personally, I take, because I see adults, my age and older coming in taking 1,000 milligrams a day. Well, if you're a child, over 50, you need 5,000 according to the vitamindcouncil.org, 5,000 a day. December, January, and February, I take 10,000 a day. If someone had your vitamin D test, which you usually should do in the fall, because that's as high as you're going to be for the rest of the winter. And because of the angle of the sun, you get no vitamin D between October and March. So even if you're out skiing all day, you're not getting it. So vitamin D3, I love this company, Natural Factors. Whole Earth and Sea is the brand from Natural Factors out of Canada. They're testing their labs, the Assura labs, which are on every bottle, test parts per billion. Here in the States, we only test parts per million. So contaminant, 6 feet of topsoil. They only use birds, bees, and frogs as their pest control. Good company, good testing, vitamin D3. And see where you want to be with that. Bree would take, during heavy cold time, 10,000 a day, and she was 60 pounds top. That's my experience. That's all I can tell you about. But, you know, she didn't even have a cold. It wasn't anything to do with bronchial when she finally passed away. It was intestinal. Then we have what goes hand in hand to enter your body with vitamin D3 is magnesium, and we're 90% of the population, because our soils are depleted, like zinc, our soils are depleted of magnesium. This is a liquid one. That's why I like it. So, but I'm telling you right now, the taste, unless you're used to taste of tinctures, the taste is strong. You don't need a dropper. I would start with 1/4 of a dropper. Very good quality though, Sun Warrior, family owned again, Sun Warrior. And this is nice, the liquid, because, you know, if you're having young kids that don't, but I would, you know, you could put it in something, like a spoonful of something they liked, you know, a juice, or, you know, there's ways. Parents figure out a way to disguise good stuff to go into their children. But this sells great, you know, because once you know, okay, it tastes like medicine. But it's really good quality, and so I just want to tell you about that one. But there are about 7 different types of magnesium. L-theanine is a nice one. Glycinate is a nice one. You know, if you know the product Calm, which a lot of people buy, that's magnesium to sleep at night. That's magnesium citrate. So that's just 3 of about 7 of them. I like this one, but, you know, just get a good magnesium. It's important for everybody to have aches and pains, you know, need magnesium. And you know you've had enough, you've reached your dosage amount when your bowels loosen up, okay? You don't need, this one recommends a dropper full. You need, start with 1/4, and you probably only need a half dropper, just so you know. And remember, the dropper the first time is full, the second time it's 1/2 to 3/4. That's the real dosage we're talking about. And then there are things like this company, Himalayan, which I like. It's an Indian herb company. They have something called Immune Care, which is excellent. And Gaia has another one for colds and flu, which is another one. One I really like recently that I've come upon, but I've known their product sells a lot. So the other one I want to talk about, the last one to have in your house, this is called Cold Snap. It's Chinese herbs. And I talked to the woman that runs this, the herbalist who runs this company. She took over after studying under the original owners. And it comes in a powder or capsules. They have 5 or 6 different things. Stomach chi for stomach problems. Anyway, all good, all good. But what's nice about these products is they can be used on your pets, on your children, and on yourself. So when you cross that barrier of all 3, I know it's good. You know, it's like, okay, because so many products just for adults and not children, or not for your pets. And pets respond really quickly. So what she was talking with her children is that she will actually do this all year long, not just wait for the cool. I know a lot of people come in where I work and the cold's on set. They go for Cold Snap, take Cold Snap, and cuts the duration. Just like that. It's great. Sells like that all the time. But I like the idea for the kiddos, of the powder. Because what she was saying to me is she makes like a tea. And the kids drink that through the whole cold season. They drink that tea, like in the evening or whatever. And so then if the cold still comes on, then she ups it with either the capsules or whatever, but she creates that base throughout the flu season. So I just want you to know about this. This is out of Colorado. Customers are responding well to it. It's a nice product and something for you to know, Cold Snap, that's out there and available. So to conclude, this is your basics are your ester C, your cat's claw, your zinc, your B12, lemon balm, and spirulina. And these, this one, and this one, the zinc, cat's claw, vitamin B12, and of course the D and magnesium. You know, they're all important, but I'm just trying to zero in. Ones I personally look at taking every day are here. Then I can add the spirulina, the lemon balm. I can have lemon balm tea. And this, I'm just, if a cold comes on, which hasn't, and probably won't, because I'm doing all the baseline. And once again, I get back to your food. It's really important. You know, if you start your day with celery juice, and then you have either a green smoothie or something like a good carrot juice that I have a video of, with great stuff in it. You know, like really 3/4 of my day is raw between the smoothies and the juices. And then at night, I still have a big salad, and I've got a video on salads. A big salad, and never use iceberg lettuce, is so important because you can get such a combination of vegetables in there. And you're setting yourself up really, really well for whatever, you know, like the news or the, you know, the pharmaceuticals want you to believe that you're always in danger. Well, not if you live a preventative lifestyle. So please, this is just some information for you to consider, and put the power back in your hands. Okay, so thank you so much.